Okay. So we're live.
Hey,
We're
there we
finally
go.
here, Wayne.
Finally.
We
It
made
took
it.
us a minute, but we stuff happens.
Maybe Toby will stop messaging me now.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Let me get this shared over yonder. Let me see.
Let's see if I can put it on. Oh, there we go. We got comments. Hey, yeah, we're building a drink. That's my buddy in there. And then
You got buddies?
I do have a few.
Oh shit, Toby's here already.
Toby and Mark Morgan, Brian Key, Jacob Moe.
Man, I tell you what, Toby did not skip a beat, man. As soon as we went live, that
he was on it.
Here.
Well, he told me, he hopes he was still awake whenever we got started. So he's had a rough day.
Yeah, he is my buddy.
He's a good dude.
He's been waiting.
When he's sleeping.
All right, so the link is shared with everybody out there on the Moonshine Militia and all that good stuff. We're live everywhere. You know that, right?
Cool.
People are seeing you.
Oh, wow.
So this is the first episode of The Proof.
The Proof
is out there. So tell me a little bit about what we're going to be seeing here, Wayne.
Okay. So probably just like tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Moonshine and deep dive into that. So we'll pick different topics for different nights and kind of deep dive into those. But
see
tonight,
where we go.
Yeah, see where we go. But I thought we'd start the first one off, just something simple, and get into the history of Moonshine.
Nice. But before we start, I do want to say a few words about Ginger Crumb.
Absolutely.
You all know Tom Crumb. You all, if you've met Tom, you've met his wife because they're like two nuts in a sack. They're always there. But Ginger Crumb's been ill. I don't want to go into it. That's Tom's business and Ginger's business. But she's been in the hospital for a bit. She's getting better, but I just want everybody to keep her in your thoughts. Pray, whoever you pray to, do whatever you got to do. Let's get her out of that hospital, though. Cool?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, say a prayer for Miss Ginger. She's a sweetheart.
Cheers. What are you drinking? You got Coors, don't you?
I got some Coors and a little red, white, and blue from my buddy LPR. Oh,
is that high quality H2O?
It is.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Damn. See, I don't have any liquor. I'm winding down my time up here up north, so I'm getting ready to go back home. I'll actually leave tomorrow morning to head that way. And, oh, yeah, I got liquor there.
Yeah.
So just kind of ran out.
It happens.
Yeah. So the history of Moonshine, what do you got for me?
Well, I mean, so I started doing a little bit of research on it, just kind of wanted to see what all's out there. What all don't I know? I mean, I'm not really a historian like my buddy Alan Bishop. He's like a walking encyclopedia, that guy.
Yeah.
But so I did some digging, and it's like one of the questions that I was looking at was where did the word moonshine originate? And what was it about? And so you got a guess?
No.
15th century England.
See, I was okay.
Yeah. So England. But it was used.
I would not have guessed anything about England. I'll tell you that.
It's the context. So that's where the word first originated, but it really meant just like moonlighting, anything, like a little second job, something done at night under the cover of darkness, whatever. But then it worked its way in the 1700s and 1800s over here because we have immigrants from England and Ireland and Scotland and anyway, it worked its way into describe the moonshine. So
that's interesting.
Yeah,
see, I never would have guessed at all. Scott, what year did you say?
Somewhere in the 15th century, somewhere.
15th century.
Yeah, that's like way back then. That's when the word first originated, though, from what I found.
Yeah, see, I never.
It's on the internet. It has to be true, right?
I guess so.
No, I mean, I just wanted to start digging around and finding things. I wanted to read about. So I did some studying on prohibition and pre-prohibition, what a mash bill was like before and after.
Oh, how'd that change?
Before was predominantly all grain mash, using malt, and conversion was not as good as what we're used to today. So therefore there was more starches left in the mash, which comes over in distillation. So the flavor of those spirits from that time is different from ours in that way. But after or during Prohibition, in the probably late 1800s, sugar was a little more easier to get, especially from like Louisiana, Florida, Georgia. They got some of that sugar cane down there. So, and they've learned in the late 1800s better ways to process that and produce granulated sugar. So that's where that comes in.
I was reading somewhere because I did some research and got a couple stories, well, a few stories, but so a lot of the stories dealing with that time period had the revenuers.
Oh yeah,
tracking down people just because of the sugar sales.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
and nowadays they do it today. These days at Walmart, you buy too much sugar. I think we know somebody that it happened to.
Yeah, what that's cool about Moonshine is like, for the first 200 years of its existence here, in the U.S., it wasn't illegal. But then there came the war, and we needed funds to fund the war because it's taken longer than we thought it was going to take, and so we got to start taxing these people that are making this liquor. So
yeah. Fucking taxes. You gotta love
taxes. Them, right? Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, we got a lot of comments. Tom Crumbs even showed up.
Yeah.
Tom, we was just talking about you.
None of it was good either, I promise you.
I'm telling you. Just saying, damn, that beard looks good as Damon's from the shadow. Wow. Look at you. Lisa Day's in the house.
Getting there.
It does look pretty. I'll tell you that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Does look pretty. Kimbo. Well, Tom Crumb, you might have to go back and rewatch it later on and figure out what we said about you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Let me bust into one of these stories I got.
Do that.
The first story, I don't know if y'all listen to Cyrus's podcast. This is one of the stories. He just covered this.
Cool.
It's the poison whiskey of Mountain Home in Arkansas.
I know where Mountain Home, Arkansas is.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had some poison liquor up in there. So we're going to talk about the Ozarks, not the Netflix kind, but the rolling hills, deep woods, and death by moonshine. So the story takes us to Mountain Home, Arkansas, in the winter of 1899. It's cold, it's quiet, and it's about to get deadly. You like that? Deadly.
Yeah, it's all.
Now, back then, Baxter County was a dry county, right? There's no bars, no saloons. There's no legal place to get any liquor anywhere. At least not any liquor that Uncle Sam knew about or didn't know about, something like that. But, where there's thirst, there's always someone with a still tucked away in the holler, right? We had a few good men, good old locals, hardworking fellows, get their hands on a jug of that good stuff, moonshine, or so they thought. Yeah. They drink, they laugh, they swap stories, and by morning, the laughter's gone.
Uh-oh.
The first man to fall was Dr. Jeremiah Benjamin Simpson. Yeah, doctor. He's a former mayor and a pillar of the community. Strong as an ox. One day, pale and trembling the next. Within hours, he's gone, and another member and another 6 men total died.
Wow.
They're all gone within days. So all the same symptoms, all drank from the same bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now here's where it gets wild. Folks thought it was just bad liquor at first. Maybe somebody used the wrong ingredients, methanol instead of ethanol. That'll do it. Methanol can kill somebody, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
But then the whispers started to spread. Was it really an accident? Some claimed it was murder. Someone, maybe a jealous rival moonshiner or some crazed preacher with a bone to pick about these liquor drinkers, because it was a dry county. Maybe he poisoned the batch on purpose. The local paper even printed that there might be a systematic effort to rid the county of its male population. Wow. That's one way to fix your gossip problem, I guess. Holy shit. They sent a bottle of this deadly whiskey to St. Louis for chemical testing. But you know what they found? Not much.
Really?
Alcoholic poisoning is what they said. This is, 1899. So, what are they really going to...
Right. Yeah. How good were their tests?
Yeah, really. What are they really going to find?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the guy who sold it, and this is another mysterious thing. The guy who sold it vanished, and the trail went cold. Nobody could find this guy anywhere. And Mountain Home just moved on, but the story stuck around, whispered in the hills. They say that if you listen close on a cold winter night, you might hear the clank of glasses and maybe a voice reminding you, don't drink from the wrong bottle.
Good story.
There's
It's funny you mentioned that. There's a lot of that stuff went on during Prohibition. People adding things to their shine to give it that extra kick everybody was looking for.
What would they add though?
There's a lot of different. I've heard people would add like I've heard of people adding antifreeze. I've heard of people adding lye.
What?
Just all kinds of. Let me see if I can find that. I got that somewhere. But anyway,
lye.
And I need to do a little bit more research on that. Just but I didn't. But that was an interesting thing here too. Back then, during Prohibition, a jar might cost you somewhere between $2 and $5. And if you average that out, that to money today, let's see, like here it says at the beginning of Prohibition, about $25 a gallon. That'd be about $325 today in today's money.
Wow.
Yeah. We're getting ripped off here. I don't sell it, but if I did, I'd be getting screwed compared to what they got back then.
I guarantee you the stuff we had now is probably tastes a lot better than they had back then too.
Yeah, I would imagine. So, they did. Well, it's weird because, they started out, Moonshine started out, it was an all grain whiskey. It was a way for farmers to use all their surplus grain. It was really agricultural. It was traded and used as cash, but later on, it just changed, after Prohibition, people wanted to drink and they couldn't get it. And so they made it as quick and as fast as they could. And sugar was the way to go for the most part.
I wonder if the popularity and everybody wanting it was simply because of the fact that they weren't supposed to have it.
Well, that
according
too.
to the government.
Well, that too. Isn't that part of the allure to the hobby? It's
that's what
not all of it, but it is part of it.
I can tell you that's what got me interested in moonshine originally. Back before I even started making it myself, when it went legal, you could buy it on the shelves,
right?
Supposedly. So I always was like, oh, I want to know what it tastes like. I always hear people talking that, oh, my uncle gave me some good stuff. I got this bad stuff over here, or whatever. So I went and I would go to the liquor store and I'd buy every kind of fucking moonshine they had. I went to the Tim Smith stuff, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They all pretty much tasted like shit.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm like, if this is what moonshine tastes like, I don't know if I really, I didn't understand what the allure was until I actually met a Mr. Tom Crumb, and he gave me.
Yeah, he just commented bathtub gin.
Well, I hope that's not what you gave me, but He gave me a jar of that good his jerry can juice. So up until this, I had started making liquor, but I thought it was supposed to taste like what you bought at the liquor store. So that's what I was aiming my liquor to taste like.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been making it for a little bit when I met Tom.
Right.
But he gave me a jar of the good stuff, his jerry can juice, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? I was like, this can't be liquor. This is not what it's supposed to taste like. It's supposed to taste like fucking acetic acid. Like, what the hell? So it was from that point that I actually started making good liquor too. So
yeah, I remember when my brother, he's watching tonight. He's got so many different things that I've made over the years, but he has a bottle of probably like the second or third batch of something I made, and it was a sweet feed, and it was complete trash, and it's still complete trash. And every once in a while, when we're over there hanging out, we'll get it down and have a sip to remind us of how shitty my liquor used to be. And
well, luckily I don't have any of my old liquor anymore. So I think I gave some to somebody too, and they lied to me. And they were like, "Oh yeah, this is good." Oh, I don't remember who it was I gave some to. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but it was terrible. I'll tell you, it was terrible. It was acetic acid. I mean, it tastes like nail polish fucking remover.
right.
That's all it was.
Yeah,
but you learn, right? You learn.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things we learn as we go along, and and that's part of what we do here. I want to share our knowledge about the things. I mean, tonight is just talking about moonshine per se, but I want to cover some topics that are kind of a hangnail for folks.
What do you mean hangnail for folks?
Well, I mean, how you run a still. Like I seen a comment today, somebody said, well, how long should it take me to run this? And yeah, I just, I'm a member of the No Drip Nation, and I wasn't always, but
well, I think, is that what we were talking? Is that going to be the next episode kind of thing?
I think so. I think probably so. Yeah. What we were talking about, I think that's what we'll do.
So there you go. I mean, we haven't even gotten halfway through this one, and
right. We're already on to the next one.
The next episode. Shit. All right. Got good stuff.
Yeah. This is one good thing about this hobby and this community. Going to these festivals, if you can make them, you're going to meet some really good people. And that's where the knowledge is shared, and that's where things are learned. And it's a great community.
Yep.
That wasn't me. I didn't call you, I promise.
No, my son's calling me. I'm guessing he wants more time on his PS5. It's the only time he ever calls me. And I ignored his call, so I was like, send me a text message, man. Anyway.
There you go.
So now you sent me some pictures here.
Yeah.
I'm going to put these up here real quick. Share screen. Oh, not that screen. That's got nudity on it. You don't want to see me naked.
Mm-mm.
This one here. So what do we got here?
Okay, so that's Macon and Carson Distillery in Bentonville, which is about 45 minutes north of me here. They're an apple brandy producer. In fact, was the largest apple brandy producer the west of the Mississippi. And they're still in business. I'm sure they're not producing like they were back then, or maybe they are. I don't know, but you can still. I can find their stuff around here, and but it's good stuff. It's good brandy. It reminds me a lot of. So, like you hear Alan Bishop talk about true, Hoosier mash brandy or apple brandy. So, whether it be Hoosier or not, it's a mash apple brandy. And it is, man, their stuff is barrel aged. It's really good.
Now, Richard Henderson said this is the stuff that's now produced at Tall Pines Distillery. I got a bottle of that, I think.
Okay.
I think I have that apple brandy from Tall Pines. Shit. All right, let me get.
I'd like to taste that to see how it compares to. My brother has a bottle an older bottle. I didn't realize they were making it at there, but that's cool. Somebody's keep making it.
Let me see.
You know that. Yeah, Arkansas here, Northwest Arkansas used to be. I mean, we're still known for apples, but there was a lot of apples, a lot of apple brandy come out of here.
All right, so we got another photo here. Don't worry, I shut down the other screen with me naked. Here you go.
I've already got all those pictures anyway.
Look at these damn barrels.
I know. Could you imagine trying to fill one?
Let me see if I can make.
I have no idea how big those things actually are.
Woo.
But
I mean, look at those guys are sitting there standing beside them.
Yeah.
Well, and women. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's women in there too.
Looks like they might be sampling some of that
good stuff.
Yeah.
Those are now. You had an idea of what these could, what one of these could be made into.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you need a Airbnb or you set them up and put a door on them and a bed inside of them and rent them out.
Oh yeah.
Run power out there, light. I mean, you're gonna have room for a whole lot of stuff. Those are pretty big, though.
Those are pretty damn big. I mean, just the size.
Yeah, you put looking a little floor in there. Yeah.
Standing next to.
Could you imagine trying to cooperage making? I would love to see one of those barrels made. That'd be like, I mean, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that.
That's huge. So I guess in Arkansas, size does matter.
Well, I guess. I mean, that's what they're saying. This picture was from Arkansas, but they believed it was from that right there with the distillery, but I don't know for sure. Look at the two big tanks in the back. Those look like wooden tanks, fermenters, maybe.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome, dude.
You're gonna fill them damn barrels.
Yeah, I'd have to run for like 3 years just to in order to fill one.
It takes me a while to fill a bad mo.
Well, that's because you drink it all before you put it in there.
I know, and I have to start over.
All right, and let me see. Why can't I make this fucking easier, dude?
But yeah, there's a lot of. I'm sure everybody, in the South especially has, and not just the South, but I mean, there's a lot of people have, local moonshine history. But I love hearing stories like that, though.
I don't know for anybody else. I think it's just Arkansas and Tennessee.
Oh yeah, so just said it. Is that it?
Yeah. And I don't think Ohio. Nobody else has any.
Tom says, "Ooh, liquor barrel bed."
Wouldn't that be cool, Tom?
I think it would. Boy, it'd smell good in there, wouldn't it?
Let me see. I'm trying to open up this next one, and I can't figure out why it's not letting me show it.
We also have. I've done some videos where, and I took Mark Morgan down to the spring, and the water there is really, really good. That what's the name of the springs, honey? Tatum Springs. I don't know why I can't remember that damn word. Anyway, but yeah, the water's really good there for mashing, and people still go there and get water.
There you go, Tom. Liquor Bunghole B&B.
There you go. That's it. Liquor Bunghole B&B.
Oh shit! All right, so here we got. Let me see. Share screen. Come on, please let me do it this time. There you go. Look at that.
That is cool and scary at the same time. Very, very simple.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking.
I'm trying to see. I was trying to decide whether that thing is it actually a copper pot that's been pasted to hell and back up there.
That looks like
Or is it a
that
steel
reminds
barrel?
me of like like an oil barrel or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like there's a seam right there where your pointer's at right there.
Yeah.
And they got the John Bent's brandy head on there.
See, John Bent's was famous even back then.
I know.
We got a jar there. So this is okay. I'm guessing this is gonna be mountain water coming in to cool it down or something.
Probably so, yeah.
That's just a wash tub that
It's just a wash tub. Yeah.
they converted. Look at that shit.
The jar's about to run over. I know it ain't.
No,
It's
not
only
this
half
one.
full.
That one looks like it's smack full there, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
Mark Morgan, who's going to bed? Night, brother. Talk to you this week.
Mark Morgan's going to bed.
It's Friday night. You going to bed? I'm keeping Wayne up. Come on.
Come on, Mark. It's only 7:27 here. I'm good.
So we have, we got one more picture here.
Do you have the one I sent you of the in front of the what used to be the I guess it used to be the courthouse at one time, or the jail there in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where they had the still out there with all those barrels?
You sent that to me. Let me see if I can pull that up.
That building is still there. They've changed the steps now. The steps now they go out the side both ways instead of coming out the front in that picture. But the building's still there, and the same door is still on that building.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, let me pop it in my email real quick. I'll see if I can. Oh, why am I putting?
And that's still in that picture. If we get to see it, it is it's pretty cool. It's got like this whiskey helmet, and then it has 2 worms coming out of this thing, and so it's a pretty good sized pot too. Looks like it's a little bit 50 or bigger, and maybe I don't know how big it is. Tell them from the picture, but
well, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I don't remember when I sent that to you, but
so I got that one. Oh shit, what happened here?
I'd like to do I think I'm going to do some start doing this spring or winter some pre-prohibition style mashes. I love doing all grain mashes with malt instead of exogenous enzymes, but my malt supply disappeared here locally, and so I either have to order it, which costs too damn much, and so I've been using
malt it yourself.
Yeah, I can. I would probably get the efficiency about what it was whenever they were doing it. So,
all right. So got the next picture up here. Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong button. I almost showed you my ass again.
Night, Mark Morgan. Love you too, brother.
Notice how he said good night to you. He didn't say shit to me though.
I know. Bastard. I don't get that. Why are you being such a dick, Mark?
You bastard. So why is not now these pictures aren't wanting to show up anymore? I wonder if StreamYard's like, stop sharing those fucking moonshine pictures.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Get it.
Oh, sweet.
This one here.
This is one of my. Oh, that's a cool picture too. Yeah, it wasn't the one I was thinking of, but that's a cool picture.
That one's coming up. I found a couple other pictures you had sent to me.
So yeah, this one is still it's obviously confiscated in Northwest Arkansas here.
Damn revenuers.
In the 1920s, I think that's when they said that was that one was.
You can see that that built that's kind of like how popcorn used to build this stuff.
Yeah.
The pot and everything.
Furnace, pot down in the furnace.
That's what. Oh shit.
That's one thing I'd like to do. I'd like to run one like that too. I mean, I run open flame anyway, but I would love to do a furnace.
Donnie Benton's got one out at his house, or not at his house, at the museum.
Right.
Is it Donnie Benton? Yeah. Yeah, the Moonshine Museum over there in Beattyville. They got it. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, that comment right there is correct from Clint Torres 4085. Yeah. All you got to do is malt it yourself. Pre-prohibition, never use sugar unless they were a rich man, and there's a lot of truth to that too. Sugar was very, very expensive, you know, before
Oh yeah.
the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it got a little cheaper. But it's still, I mean, even today, it's cheaper. It's honestly cheaper to use grain than it is sugar.
I spent a lot of money on fucking sugar. I tell you. All right.
One sugar I do like. Have you used panela?
Oh yeah, that's what I make my my tapache, my kombucha.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love that stuff. It's good stuff.
So what about this?
That is the Moonshiner's Cave. I was wanting to take Mark to that, and I didn't get to. So that spring that you see running off the top of the bluff there,
Yeah.
that runs year round pretty much. And inside, they've got that walled up, and it's beamed, and there's like a window over there on one side, and some of the rocks that fell off. There used to be a plaque where of course, it's on a state park now, so it's preserved and took care of. But it's still fun to walk down and go check it out, and you could see where it would be really easy to produce some spirits right there. Water's coming down overhead, you just run it right in and right back out. Piece of cake.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
You know, I didn't really get into the history of it until a couple years ago when I met Alan, and he sparked my interest in finding my local history because he's such a history buff nerd. And
I was gonna say buff or nerd.
Yeah, well, he's a nerd. He's a nerd. He's a healthy nerd now. He's riding that bicycle everywhere. But, yeah, if that so much ain't got a motor, I ain't riding
it. I tried. I used to bike all the time until I wrecked and almost killed myself.
Yeah, I gave my motorcycle to my oldest son. I don't trust myself on him anymore.
All right, so here's the picture you've been waiting for. Let's get this. One of my ass.
Oh yeah, that one.
There, look at that.
There you go. Now that is a cool still.
Is that a radiator right there?
That is a radiator, and I'm wondering, because if you look at it, it looks like maybe they just use it for to help cool their cooling water. I mean, they have 2 flake stands and worms, so obviously they're not using it to cool their liquor. So the cooling water would be putting fans in front of that to help cool that water down, maybe.
Yeah. Look at that pot.
That's a pretty pot. I would love to have that pot and that burner it's sitting on. That's a big ass burner. It looks like, look at the cans there. You think they were pressurizing kerosene? White gas?
It looks like it.
That's a big ass burner.
Wow, dude.
But yeah, that's right here in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Damn.
Some of those barrels are big too.
I wonder if they were all full, if they just set them up there for a photo.
I'm sure they just set them up there for the pictures, but that's everything. The story that I heard on this was that it was in the basement of a house in downtown Fayetteville.
Oh, I got you.
That head, that's a still head. That's a whiskey head helmet. And look at that.
Oh, okay. I see. At first, I thought that was like glass.
No, it's just sheet copper soldered together. But then there's 2 worms.
Look at that shit.
I wish they wouldn't have destroyed those, pulling those out of there. That was a really cool still. And I've only seen one other, I think, that had 2 worms. That was pretty cool.
So what would be the benefit of having 2 worms?
You get 2 condensers, you split in your vapor, you can maybe push a little harder, a little quicker. I don't know. That'd be a good question for for somebody with more knowledge than me. But maybe somebody in the comments knows something. I'm just thinking about it. I mean, if you got vapor coming out, going to 2 separate worms, I don't know. Maybe it's just easier to cool it. Maybe it's too hard to keep. I don't know. I don't have
All
the
right,
answer.
so I got another story here from Arkansas.
From Arkansas.
It's called The Moonshine Wars. Blood in the Hills.
Nice.
Yeah, you like that.
I do.
So this is back. We're going back deep into Arkansas, where the air thick with wood smoke, and the law comes slowly. And whiskey was life. But this ain't a story about a good old drink. This is a story about blood, taxes, and a war most folks never ever learned about. They called it the Moonshine Wars. See, back in the 1870s, Arkansas was still licking its wounds from the Civil War. The land was poor, money was tight, was tighter than money was tighter than a tick and a hound, and most folks made a living any way that they could. And one thing you could always count on to sell faster than corn, faster than cotton, was liquor.
Yep.
Right. And the hills of northern Arkansas, up in Baxter and Searcy counties, were perfect for it. Hidden in the hollers, cold springs, thick trees. You could run a still right under the sheriff's nose, and he'd never smell it. He'd probably smell it.
Probably getting it.
Yeah, I'm sure. But there's a problem. But the problem wasn't making the whiskey. The problem was Uncle Sam wanted his cut. Fucking Texas, man. All right, so the feds sent in their men, U.S. Marshals, revenue agents, to hunt down the stills. They rode in on mules through the brambles and creeks, looking for the glow of fire and the sweet, sour smell of mash. You know that smell.
I do.
And every raid was a gamble, because out there, the law didn't mean much if your badge didn't come with a Bible or a rifle. All right. So one marshal wrote that he traveled over 20,000 miles across Arkansas in a single year, busting 150 stills and arresting more than 100 men.
Wow.
But every time he shut one down, 2 more popped up. The hills ran on corn liquor, not cash. Right.
Yep.
Let's see, I got this one.
Yeah, I could see that happening here in the near future, the way everything's going.
I'm telling you. In August of 1897, a U.S. Marshal named B.F. Taylor led a raid near Searcy County. It should have been routine. Sneak in, seize the still, haul the operators back to town. But this time something or someone was waiting. Gunfire erupted before the marshals even saw the copper pot. Taylor went down, killed instantly. Another man died beside him. The moonshiners slipped into the woods and vanished before dawn. Like fucking ninjas and shit. Indians.
Arky boys are that way.
Now, here's the thing. You'd think there'd be an outrage, right? A marshal murdered in the line of duty.
Right.
But in the hills, folks didn't see it that way. To them, Taylor wasn't a hero. He was an outsider. The men weren't villains. They were neighbors, fathers, farmers. And when the trials came, the local juries, didn't convict because anyone, one way or another, had a stake in that shine.
Right.
Right. So, see, this wasn't just crime. This was survival. The law said illegal, but hunger said, I don't care. Every gallon of corn turned into liquor was a day a family didn't starve. And the hills protected their own.
Yep.
The papers back east called it a war, moonshiners versus the government. But it was never that simple. It was poor folks against power. Sounds kind of similar, right? How it is today.
Mm-hmm.
It was the end of the old frontier and the beginning of Prohibition's dark heart. By the early 1900s, the raids slowed, the arrests dwindled, and the state started going dry for real. But the scars stayed. Families split. Men disappeared. Graves went unmarked because no preacher wanted to say words over a moonshiner's soul. Now, even now, if you drive through Searcy County, folks will tell you stories about smoke rising where there shouldn't be any, about revenuers who went missing. And sometimes when the wind's right, you can smell the ghost of that mash in the air. Sweet, sour, and dangerous.
Nice. There was back in the day, I've heard Alan talk about it a lot. There's a lot of preachers who were distillers.
Yeah.
And what better way to control the alcohol flow to the congregation than be the one that supplies it?
Yeah. Shit.
It just amazes me. I would have never have thought that, but it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of history here for sure. Again, you go back to Moonshine and its origin, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's the families. They got all this grain. I mean, corn grows really good here. It grows good in the Appalachians. It grows good everywhere. Around in the South. You got corn. You got excess grain. What are you going to do with it? It's hard to keep it. You can only keep it so long for the weevils get it.
Yeah.
Weevils don't like moonshine. So, and there's always, you can always barter and trade for things. And, and I love the ties to, agriculture and just a family way of life. It wasn't anything evil or wrong. It was just what we did.
Yeah. Just because, Uncle Sam says it's illegal.
Yeah, we all got something for Uncle Sam.
Got two of those.
Yeah. You can stick both of them up their butt and walk on their elbows.
I'm telling you, shit. So what, did you get into any other history or anything?
Not a whole lot other than, we can go back and touch on things that, one of the things that I found about Prohibition, that's a good thing. Prohibition. Even before Prohibition, Arkansas, 5 years before, so in 1915, 5 years before, Prohibition started officially, they knew in 1919. And so that was a year from 1919, people before Prohibition, they were stocking up. They knew what was going to happen. They wasn't going to have no liquor. So they were making all they could make, stashing it back. But in 1915 in Arkansas, the state did their own prohibition. They banned alcohol throughout the whole state of Arkansas. Yeah. So yeah, there was I read that there was a lot of states that did things like that. They had their own.
Preempted the federal thing.
Yeah, exactly. How stupid is that?
Yeah, because all it did was make a lot of honest, hardworking men criminals.
That's the other point I was going to bring up. That Prohibition is as well intended as they thought it was. To save us from the demons of alcohol. All they did was create a cartel.
Yeah.
They created the criminal lifestyle. They made it when you make something illegal and people have been doing it for so long, then you got a whole bunch of people doing illegal shit.
Yeah.
Not that we would today, but
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do illegal shit today. You crazy?
No.
We don't do that stuff.
Absolutely.
So I got two other stories here too.
Let her rip. I like your stories. I'm impressed that they're from Arkansas.
Well, the next two are from Tennessee. I did two from Arkansas, two from Tennessee. That'll
work. Fair enough.
All right, this one is the meanest moonshiner in Tennessee, Garrett Heddon's Law. All right, so headed to the ridges of East Tennessee around Polk County.
Okay.
Where the trees grow close, law comes same. Well, I put the same thing in here. Law comes slow and the whiskey flows. Blah blah blah. That was you reusing lines. So what? Forgive me.
No, you're good.
Now you've heard of moonshiners before. Good old boys running shine, dodging the revenuers, maybe firing a shot or two to keep the feds honest. But this story, this ain't about some lovable wet rascal. This one's about a man the paper's called the meanest moonshiner in Tennessee. His name was Garrett Heddon. It's around the turn of this 20th century. Polk County is deep in southern hills near the Georgia line, wild, poor, and rough. Most folks there made their living the way that their daddies did, farming, logging, or making a little Mountain Dew
Yes,
on the
sir.
side.
Bring it.
Yep. Corn was currency and whiskey was survival. And Garrett Hedden, well, he was damn good at both, surviving and making whiskey. He and his brothers, Bill, Riley, and Joe, ran a hidden still near Frog Mountain. Some people might know where Frog Mountain is. It was said that you could smell the mash for miles, but nobody dared say a word because the Heddens weren't just moonshiners. They were feared. Folks said Garrett had a temper like gunpowder, quick, hot, and ready to explode. They say he once shot a man just for asking the wrong question.
Damn.
That fucking sucks. Hey, Wayne, how's the day? That's the wrong question.
Yeah, you guys in Tennessee a little rough over there. I mean, shit. Come on. Can we have a drink first and just talk about this?
But the story that made him legend and a nightmare started one night in 1898. The brothers had been drinking their own product, go figure, celebrating a good batch. They were laughing loud enough that even the holler dog stopped barking to listen. Then something went wrong. Nobody remembers what. A shove, a curse, a drunken swing, and Garrett pulled his gun. Bill, his own brother, caught the bullet right in the throat.
Dang.
Some said it was an accident. Others said Garrett meant it. The papers out of Knoxville didn't mince words. They called him a killer, a desperado, a man who'd shot more men than he had fingers to count. Sounds like Tom Crum.
Mm-hmm.
By the time the law rode up the mountain, Garrett was gone. And by morning, another still was bubbling somewhere. The thing about Garrett Hedden was he wasn't hiding from the law. He was the law up there. Right? Nobody crossed him. Nobody talked to the marshals, and nobody got close unless they had a death wish.
Wow. One
federal agent wrote that chasing moonshiners in those hills was like chasing a ghost armed with shotguns. And Garrett was the meanest ghost of all. Rumor has it he killed 8 men. Some say more. Others whisper he vanished into the woods one night and never came back, swallowed up by the same mountain that hid his stills. And here's the thing about these old stories. Maybe it's all true. Maybe it ain't. Maybe Garrett was a monster. Or maybe he was just another man trying to survive a world that left folks with 2 choices. Go hungry or become an outlaw.
All right.
Right. Either way, the legend stuck. Around Polk County today, you still hear it. A whisper about a man who ruled Frog Mountain with a gun in one hand and a jug in the other. A man who made whiskey so strong it burned like sin and killed like guilt. Bam.
So,
shooting somebody, asking the wrong question. Damn.
Yeah, shoot somebody. Damn. So, you hear people about, you're like that making, different types of whiskey, and old Popcorn, he would say, he made, courting whiskey and fighting whiskey. And,
yep.
I made some of that fighting whiskey back in the day, in my early days. And, man, I drink that shit and, man, my mouth just.
I've never had that problem.
Jen's like, uh-huh.
I've never had that problem. I never talk too much when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't ever sit here and say, oh my gosh, you're so attractive to women that I don't even know.
You don't even remember that conversation we had. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness gracious. I've had so many drunk conversations, and the next day I'm getting messages about it, and I'm like, what the fuck you mean?
Who are you?
What are you talking about? Oh, some shit, I tell you. So so we got the plans here for the next episode already, and how things are working here. I'm sure everybody should know by now. This is going to be a once a month show.
Yeah.
So the next show that this will come out in November sometime. So
yep. Never know when, but sometime in November.
Hopefully we'll get on a regular schedule like it was supposed to be, but I got work kind of fucked me up.
Yeah, it happens, dude. It happens. And it really don't matter as long as somebody's doing something on Friday night.
Yeah, yeah, we got it. And I owe Tom and Chad a big thank you for that.
Yeah.
One Friday, and then Phil did. It's that first Friday. I was taking my daughter to her first concert, so I was like, "Damn!" And then the second week,
I
was at work.
If y'all haven't checked out Tom and Chad, I mean, you gotta go check out Tom and Chad. I love that show. I love watching those guys. Just
you know the guys separately, right? You know them, and then you put them together. Oh shit!
Oh yeah. Dangerous combination.
It is dangerous. So we got we're gonna be doing drip or no drip next time.
Yeah. So y'all be thinking about this too. So people talk about how fast we run a still. Honestly, I mean, like I say, I'm one of those guys. I'm not going to sit there and watch nothing drip. I'm running. It's a stream. But I used to sit there and watch drip, stream, drip. But you learn as we go, and we do different things, and we're going to discuss the ins and outs, and maybe have some special guests on from both sides of that, possibly. So we got people that are like, no, I run a stream. No, I don't run I don't run it that fast, and why? We'll see if we can round some people up.
I'm sure we could. We know there's people out there that do the drip. When I see a drip, I'm like, oh shit, something's wrong.
Right.
I get up and start checking everything and making sure that there's no
out of gas.
Or something happened. No, I just need to turn it up a little bit.
Right.
I like to see that stream.
Yep.
And I got me some red hose now too, so I'll be making good.
Finally, I can't wait to taste some of your red hose.
Telling you.
Yep, that's where it's at, man. Red farm hose.
That's what I got. I don't even know what thickness it was. I got it because I ordered another condenser I wanted to try, and I needed another hose. I was like, yeah, right. Fuck it, let's make it a red hose.
Let's make it a red hose. Absolutely.
So I got one story left.
Okay.
If y'all want to hear it.
I do.
This one is titled "The Last Moonshiner to Hang." It's the story of Clyde Arwood. Does everybody know about Clyde Arwood?
I do not, but y'all hanging people for it in Tennessee?
It was. Jeez. I'm telling you.
Damn it, Bobby.
Now, you heard me talk about moonshiners several times, outlaws, heroes, maybe both. But tonight, this one's dark. This one's real fucking dark. It's about the day Tennessee's Moonshine War turned deadly, and a man who paid for it with his life. This is the story of Clyde Arwood, the man that the federal government, the last man the federal government ever executed in the state of Tennessee. It's late November 1941, just weeks before Pearl Harbor. America's gearing up for war overseas, but in Lauderdale County, way up in the northwest corner of Tennessee, there's I can't even talk now. Already a war going on right at home. Clyde Arwood was 31, a farmhand and a small-time moonshiner. He'd grown up dirt poor, like a lot of folks in those parts, and he wasn't a gangster or a bootleg king, just a man with a shotgun, and a hold on, my phone started ringing again. Just a man with a shotgun, and a tired mother who lived in a weather-beaten house by the swamp. See, moonshine didn't disappear when Prohibition ended. It just went underground. The taxes, the red tape, the licenses, none of that mattered to men like Clyde. To him, making whiskey wasn't a crime. It was the way to keep the lights on and to keep the creditors off his back. But the feds didn't see it that way. And on November 21st, 1941, they came to make an example of him. Oh. The two federal investigators pulled up outside Clyde's place just before dusk. One of them was named William Pugh, a family man, veteran agent, been chasing illegal stills for years. He knows things can get ugly. He screamed out to Clyde, we got a warrant for your arrest. Step out slow. Clyde steps out, calm, polite even. He looks him over, then says softly, mind if I tell my mama goodbye first? The agent hesitates and then nods. Go ahead. They follow up the porch. Clyde pushes open a screen door, disappears inside. He comes back out, not empty-handed. He's holding a 12-gauge shotgun. The shot hits William Pugh point blank in the face. He drops right where he stands. The second agent dives for cover as Clyde vanishes into the tree line. For hours, they search, flashlights sweeping through the mud and reeds, but the swamps of Lauderdale County are thick and endless, and Clyde knows them better than anyone. By midnight, the trail's cold. He turns himself in the next morning, muddy, worn out, but still defiant. And then they ask him why. He says only, he shouldn't have come for me on my own land. So the trial moves fast. The federal case, first-degree murder of a U.S. agent. Clyde's lawyers beg for mercy. They say it was fear, panic. A poor man backed into the corner, but the judge didn't budge. In August of 1943, less than 2 years later, Clyde Arwood strapped into the electric chair at the federal penitentiary in Nashville. He's calm. They say that he was calm just before the switch was thrown. He looks at witnesses and says, "Tell Mama I'm free now." And just like that, the lights in the room flicker, and the last man the U.S. government ever executed in Tennessee is gone. That's it.
Wow. Man, that's a
true. Get off my lawn.
That's a little harsh.
Well, this is to what if they showed up at my house, I'm not going to shoot somebody in the face.
No, I get that. He went a little harsh on that end too, but damn.
But yeah,
well, he didn't get that for Moonshine. He got that for shooting a dude in the face.
Yeah. Shooting a guy in the face. Fact.
Yeah, we in Arkansas, we just like kick them in the ass. We don't shoot them.
Yeah.
Too often. Occasionally.
I gotta tell you, this
is it pretty good?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Nightmare on East Elm Street. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look for those and see if I can. We get a lot of weird stuff like that through here, and we've got. If you ever get down here, Damon, we have. I think there's 12 or 13 local craft breweries right around here, and a couple distilleries.
It's made by Conshohocken Brewery.
Conshohocken.
That's what it looks like it says. But I'm blind and it's dark. I don't have all the lights on, so it could say something completely fucking different, and I'm retarded. Who knows?
Yeah, I've not tried. I've stayed away from the pumpkin ales and things like that, but I'm you're making me want to try them now.
I like a pumpkin ale. Especially who's the there's one Shipyard, I think, makes a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin ale. I love that one.
Speaking of pumpkins, are we going to chunk some pumpkins next weekend?
I don't know. Are we?
Did you hear about that they're doing the pumpkin chunking there at the Moonshine Festival?
Really? What? How do you,
unless I read that wrong,
what do you got to make make something to throw them in or something? Or you just throw them by hand?
They've got a trebuchet. They're gonna
what?
They're gonna launch pumpkins. You never watched this TV show?
Yeah,
yeah. They're pumpkin chunking, man. They're.
Oh my gosh! Let me see what my son wants.
I'm all about that. I think that'd be fun. Tom's true. Get off my lawn. Shut up, Tom.
Yeah, Tom. Nobody wants to be on your lawn anyway, except for me.
Yeah, and me. If I can get
telling you.
Keep your britches on, old man.
Telling you. So we are winding down here. Unless you have anything else?
No, dude. I love the stories. Y'all got to know. Damon and I came into this kind of blind as all get out, and he kind of knew what I was going to talk about, and I had no idea. He told me he had a couple stories. I'm glad he did. Those are awesome. I love those stories.
The when you said that, I mean, it was months ago that you had this idea for this show, and my brain starts turning, and I think immediately I sent you over the picture, the image of what are their names?
Oh, Tavo and Chooch.
Tavo and Chooch, the Sasquatch and the alien sitting side by side, sipping a jar.
Yeah.
So that's their official names, Tavo and Chooch.
Yeah. A little bit
So
of Spanish, a little bit of Cherokee.
We're going to be probably seeing more of them in upcoming. I got some ideas on some commercials to do with them. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, the sign that I've got for Ozark Steelworks has Tavo.
Look at that.
Yeah, all over it. Yeah.
Now you should put Tavo and Chooch. Get both of them on there.
Yeah, I know. Now I gotta get with Ted Batista and have him make us a Tavo and Chooch sign.
But I mean, after you talked to me about it, I sent you that. That was the idea that I had, and it looks like an old Polaroid that's beat up and it's kind of grainy.
It's cool. It's cool as shit.
And I was like, man, this would be a really good show because the proof is it can be a play on words.
Yes, it can.
You can. Are we talking about liquor proof, or are we talking about show me the proof that Tavo doesn't exist?
Right. So we may have some episodes where we may be tracking down Sasquatch or going to Area 51. Who knows?
I don't know about going there, but
not going there, but like going there,
talking about it anyway. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, and that's why I love the idea.
Yeah, I think it's great. We can take this thing all different directions.
Oh yeah, and because it's only once a month.
Yep.
Wayne can commit to that.
I can commit to that.
Once a month. But that's about all I got. You got anything else?
Right. No, I'm good. I think that pretty much covers it. We had a lot of guests pop in tonight. A lot of people watching. So that's cool. And still people going. Ray Fox, my buddy from our distilling tradition group over on MeWe. That's another thing. You guys go check out MeWe. There's some groups over there too. And there's no ads, and I'm on MeWe and Discord and all kinds of. You ever get on Discord?
Yeah, I'm on Discord. I think I'm in a couple of Moonshine groups in Discord. I use it sometimes to chat with people.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I tried building a whole Discord server for my horror podcast, and I just never kept up with it. I was just like, so
yeah, we're gonna have to do our episode here pretty soon on Moonshine as well.
Yes, I actually wanted to talk to you about that because I'm supposed to be doing a bunch of zombie movies this month.
Oh, sweet!
But because I've been at work and shit so much, I haven't been able to record nearly as much as I wanted to. I got another episode recorded on the Train to Busan that I just have to edit and put out. But we're doing Night of the Comet. Night of the Comet's
Night of the Comet, baby.
I mean, that's zombies, so we need to get on and do that.
Yeah, we do. So you can get onto your zombies.
Yes.
Zombies are much cooler anyway.
Yeah. Than vampires anyway.
Yeah, I like vampires, though. Born on Halloween. I like all that stuff,
Nice. So you'll be having a birthday at the same time we'll be up there.
We'll be able for the first time to have a birthday drink together.
Nice. Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Friday evening, and we might ought to plug that while we're here.
Yeah, got a couple things I want to plug before we have. It's next weekend already, isn't it?
It is.
Shit.
I know. I still got things to do.
Ozark Moonshine and Music Festival in Clinton, Arkansas. We're actually showing up a day early for the Scare on the Square Halloween Bash there in Clinton, Arkansas. That is supposed to be, from what I'm hearing from people, that's supposed to be fucking awesome. We're going to check that out, see if maybe next year we'll set up a booth there too. Who knows? But they Ozark Moonshine Music Festival was they reached out and were more than happy to have us back. Got a group of us going to be there. Big Easy from Philbilly Moonshine is going to be there. Of course, Wayne, myself.
Yep.
We got Wes and April Harden. They're going to be there. I don't know who else is going to be there. Is Brian going to make it or not?
LPR Brian? No.
Oh shit.
No, he might make it out, but probably not. Brian Harmon, he's talking about trying to get out. They've been doing stuff too. He's got the I'm gonna go ahead and plug him here. The Southern Heritage beard products.
Nice.
And they do some barbecue sauce, Nate's barbecue sauce, and good stuff. Oh yeah, we got another buddy that does barbecue sauce too. He went to bed.
Mark Morgan.
Yeah, good barbecue sauce though.
Yeah, I got that time. I got it.
My little brother messaged me. He's like, "Oh, tell him about the movie that's based. It's a Moonshine movie called Bootleggers from 1974. I sent you a link to it. But it is based right over here on the Buffalo River.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll
have to send you.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Buffalo
River is a beautiful scenic river to float. It is a wonderful river. But yeah, this movie is based on it, based on the area there right here in Northwest Arkansas. And it's Moonshine movie. You know, it's it's a typical 1974 movie, but you know, it's a good movie.
Good movie. I do have, I don't know where it's at. Hold on, let me grab something real quick.
All right. I don't want to see that. Yeah. Shout out to LPR Shine.
Yeah, baby.
Red, white, and blue,
right.
baby. Red, white, and blue.
So we do have an official, an official kind of sponsor type of person.
Oh.
Who they've been with Tom. They've sent Tom and I some of these samples. It's called Cabby's Beard Balm, beard products. And they sent some samples.
Nice.
This one's called Executive. It smells delicious. I mean, this stuff is. They approached me when I was at Maggie Valley because of my beard.
Well, yeah, you got a pretty beard.
And they were asking me what I put in it, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know, whatever I can find." They brought me over a tin of their stuff, and I put it on right there in a spot, and dude, all the beard dandruff and everything just gone, and it smells good. They got good scents. I mean, they got If you go to their website, they have like hundreds of scents. Most of the time, they were telling me they get a new scent because somebody will say, "Hey, I want this. Can you do this?" So they'll make it for them, but then they'll just put it on their website as well for another scent. But I'll get their website and put it in the show notes and everything like that. Cabby's Beard Balm, beard care products. You can find them on Facebook too. We're gonna have to get some more samples for you now because you got a big old beard.
I'm getting there.
Telling you,
I'm working on the crumb.
Then it's got to go.
Well, yeah, it's got to go like this. Now, Tom says the movie I mentioned. He said it's on Tubi. It's also on nice. the YouTube full movie. So.
Nice. I'm gonna check that out. Might watch it tonight. Might take a break from Star Trek. I've been watching Star Trek nonstop for like 2 weeks.
The old stuff.
Well, I started in chronological order, not the order of release, but chronological order. So, I mean, I've already seen them all in the past, but I started rewatching them. You start with Enterprise, and then you got the 2 episodes of Discovery, first 2 seasons of Discovery, because they take place in that time period. And then Strange New Worlds comes after that, and then after Strange New Worlds, it's the original Star Trek with Kirk.
Oh, okay.
And then you go through that, and then all the movies. And then you got the Next Generation. It's just.
Tom says keep working on the beard.
That was mean, Tom. That was really mean. Lawless is a good movie.
Hurt.
Lawless, wasn't that the one about the
Lawless is a good one. Yeah,
Vanderant brothers?
the Bondurants. Yeah, the Bondurants. I got a buddy in New Mexico last name's Bondurant, but he drinks my moonshine because he don't know how to make it. So
nice. And the last thing I wanted to plug was we have this Project U-Haul kicking into gear here. We got about a little over a month now, where we got to be on site to deliver all these things to Unicoi Church there in Unicoi, Tennessee. So we got a few different volunteers, but I think tomorrow, I'll be driving tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I'm going to do a live, or not a live. Maybe it'll be a live. I don't know. But we're going to get a bunch of the people that have volunteered.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get in and we're going to discuss some things, some possibilities of where to go. We got some good contacts with Walmart, of all places.
Yeah.
To get some stuff donated so that way we can get these kids over in Appalachia that were affected.
Right. Absolutely.
Get them some stuff for Christmas.
You know, that's the thing people don't realize is that they're still trying to get over Helene. I mean,
oh yeah,
that's going to take a while. Those of us that drive through there to go to Maggie Valley, we see that, and it's devastating. Devastating.
Yeah. It is, and as adults, you know, we deal with it because we have to, and we work through it, and we do what we have to do. But children sometimes the smaller children don't understand.
No,
and they don't know. So we're working with Appalachian United Initiative. Misty over there set up this whole event. Now there's going to be the delivery event is going to be on December 4th, and then 10 days later on the 14th, there's actually going to be the event. At this point here, they're going to have Santa Claus on there. You know, they're going to have music and all kinds of vendors and stuff, where we can actually, if you're available, we can show up there too, to help with whatever we can at that point as well. So going forward, I mean, I'm telling you, reaching out, working with Appalachian United Initiative has spiraled.
Yeah.
I'm getting contacts from other groups. You know,
that's great. That's great.
Jake from Helene Rising, he sent me some stuff to take to Arkansas.
Awesome.
And there's I think November 18th. I think it's November 18th. WLIK out of Newport, Tennessee. I'll be on the radio talking all about it there as well.
Sweet.
So if you're anywhere near Newport, Tennessee, get some of those bigger names to listen, because we could use their help as well. You know who I'm talking about. But that's pretty much all I got to slang now.
All right, brother. Well, I've enjoyed it. It's been a cool conversation, talking about some neat stuff, and love the stories. I'm glad I showed up.
I'm glad you did too. I missed your face.
Aw.
So I guess I don't know. Do we want to shut it down? Do we want to invite people to come in, or are you going to bed?
If you want to. No, yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. I mean,
anybody.
I guess if Tom Crumb's available, we can have him come in. You want to come in, Tom? I don't know if I want to have a whole bunch
anybody but Tom Crumb. I mean, come on. Just kidding, buddy.
Let me see. I'll send him a link and see if he's available to pop in for a little bit. We can just shoot the shit. We did mention Tom Crumb earlier, so he can't.
No.
He's out there.
Yeah.
But let's just let Ginger know that we love her.
Yep. Get better soon, Jen.
I want to chill. Oh, I'll give you a chill. All right. Look at you. I want to chill. But chill. I mean, knock him out. I guess if Tom doesn't want to come in, I think we'll probably just cut it then. We got 1 hour and 15 minutes, so that's pretty good.
Hey, not bad for the first go around.
Yeah. Next time we'll have more.
About nothing.
Yeah, we got a month to plan for.
I'm going to be
for drip versus no drip.
Yeah, drip versus no drip. I'm going to. That's a good one right there. our drip versus stream. Either one works for me. I'm going to be doing some research on the pros and cons of each, and then basically I think maybe if we get a couple guests on here that are on each side, you and I will just like be antagonists.
Antagonize? I never do that. What are you talking about?
Right, but we won't do that, but we'll do that.
All right, well, I look forward to that. Thank you. Thanks so much, brother, for coming on. I love this, man.
Thanks for doing
awesome.
this. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Come back next month for more Wayne Herbert from Ozark Steelworks.
And Damon.
Yeah, you see me all the fucking time. You can see my ass too, so.
Yeah, it's all over the internet.
I'm telling you. How many offers I got just because of that.
Yeah. Like $20 is $20, or is it 50 now? Joe Swisstock told me it's 50 now.
Yeah, for Joe it was 50. For everybody else it was 15.
Oh, okay. I don't blame you there.
Well, that's it, brother. I love you,
buddy. Love you too.
And you have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Peace out. Shine on y'all.